And if you're a fan of the Beckhams, we've got big developments for you today after son Brooklyn went on a bombshell rant on Instagram just last night. CBS News correspondent Chanel Call has been following along. Chanel, a lot of drama on this one, so what do we know?
Yeah, I don't know about you, but this completely took over my social media feed last night and into this morning. I mean, we knew for months now that there was some kind of tension brewing between Brooklyn and his now wife, Nicola Peltz, and his parents, David and Victoria Beckham. But, you know, nobody knew exactly what this was all about. Now we're hearing from Brooklyn. He's telling his side of the story in a very lengthy social media post yesterday. So let me show you what he said. And I want to read you part of it. In this post, he says, quote, "I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life," he says, "my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family." He goes on to say, Mugo, "Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people to preserve their own facade." Brooklyn's post really discussed in detail, Mugo, some of the issues that he says he has with his parents. So I'll walk you through a few of them. He says his mom interrupted a big romantic dance that he had planned with his now wife, Nicola Peltz, at their wedding, on their wedding night. He says his mom interrupted and she began dancing on him. He also says that his mother actually canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour before their wedding. Today, we're also hearing from his father, from David Beckham. He appeared on CNBC this morning, Muga, not talking specifically about this controversy. He was there discussing an initiative around soccer for Davos, and he was asked about social media use. During that, he said, quote, "They make mistakes. Children are allowed to make mistakes. That's how they learn. So that's what I try to teach my kids. But, you know, you have to sometimes let them make those mistakes as well." And I think a lot of people are also really interested and curious to see whether Victoria Beckham will come out and say anything, whether it's in the form of a statement, a press release, or whether she'll come out on social media and address this ongoing family feud, this controversy, because so many of the things that Brooklyn outlined in that post yesterday, Victoria Beckham is really at the center of. But again, there's so much public interest about this story because other than the royal family, the Beckhams are really the second most talked about, most important family in the UK.
That is so true. You know, I think it's safe to say every family has its issue, but it's just very unfortunate that this is played out in public. Chanel Call, thank you so much.